back to another studio vlog. So today is Monday the 15th. I am sticking to my schedule of filming from Monday all the way through to Friday. This way I feel it is better because I can show you guys a little bit more of my sort of working week in terms of when I'm doing different things each day. So I am starting off with Monday. It is basically today I am continuing from last week. So I'm working on the birth month flowers. So I think I've got as far as getting all the outlines of the flowers done, so all the pencil sketches. So now it's a case of me working and adding all my little stippling pointillism to the flowers using fine liners. So if I get all those ready, I can then take them to the iPad on Procreate and turn them into digital illustrations too. This way, I think if I turn them into digital illustrations, it will be better in terms of I can mess about with the positioning and moving them and using them multiple times, because the idea is to use these illustrations to make personalised art prints. So people will select their family members and their birth months. I will put all those flowers into that print. I haven't got as far yet with the positioning of how I am going to lay out the flowers on the prints. Obviously I haven't finished the illustrations yet, so I think further on this week, when I do get majority of all the flowers finished and finalised, I can then experiment with working with positioning. So whether I kind of want them just sort of like next to each other laid out with the dates of birth underneath each flower for each family member, or whether I kind of want to put them in a sort of vase, so illustrate the vases too and have them as like a bouquet of flowers, and then maybe have like the family's surname on the art print somewhere. So yeah, these are the sort of ideas I've got so far. So I think I need to kind of actually visualize it on paper and see how it looks before I do end up choosing one as an option to put up on my shop. So there is going to be a lot of work to do this week. I do feel that this studio vlog might look a bit repetitive in terms of me continuously drawing these flowers, but this is something that I do need to get done this week because I want to get it finished and finalised and up on my shop as soon as I can. So it means I can focus on other things as well, because I'm trying my best to stop starting a project and not finishing it and then moving on to something else, purely because sometimes I have in the past forgotten about that one project that I was working on because I've moved on to another. So then I end up with a lot of unfinished things, and then I forget, go back to them and think, oh yeah, I can do this now. So yeah, without further ado, I'll let it play through. I might pop in the video again on obviously different days just to kind of catch you guys up and explain everything. But here's my working day of Monday. Enjoy! So this is the list of all the birth month flowers that I researched, and like I said earlier, some of them you can see there's 2 different types of flowers for each month. So I think it's taken my total up to 23 flowers that I need to draw all together. So this is the list that I am going by. I also, when I was researching, wrote down the meanings to the birth month flowers. So I've got a list for every month and the meanings behind each birth month flower, because I was thinking of making sort of little cards to go with the art prints, which will have the meanings for each flower that is included in the print, just as a little sort of extra, so people actually get to understand the meaning behind their birth month flower, which will also be a sort of nice little keepsake for them as well. I am going to be continuing from where I'd left off in the last studio vlog, which I'm not sure, I did show you guys from where I left off on the Friday, and this kind of was how far I got. I think I got as far as the daffodil, adding all the dots to that. I've started adding the outline to other ones as well. I did manage to finish, I'd done the November flower pencil sketch and December's too as well, because I remember I didn't get as far as those two. So basically all of them are drawn out now. So I'll start from this one. This is obviously where I last finished. So you can see I've kind of finished this one, just need to work on the leaves. But I have started on this one as well, so I just need to finish the petals on this one. And then that's March's one done. So let's begin the day. Okay, so it's still Monday, and I'm currently at the point of May, so I've got through quite a few. Let's just quickly flick through. So we've done April, the one set which is Daisy, and Sweet Pea, which is the other one for April. So April has two. We've done the daffodils for March. And these ones I'd already done previously. So Violet and Primrose for February. And Carnation for January. I later did find out January also has Snowdrops as the birth month flower. So I will draw that here because I'd already kind of set it out and planned it out and didn't realise that that one had two at the time. But I just wanted to point out, because I think in the video, the previous one, I showed you the sketches of what I've done so far. And when I originally researched, it just said lily. So I just thought obviously it was an ordinary lily. But when I researched on another site, it was actually Lily of the Valley, which is the birth month flower for May. And as you can see, they are two different types of flowers, so it's a big difference. So I won't be including the actual lily as the birth month flower, because that is the wrong flower. It is actually meant to be Lily of the Valley. So this is the flower that I will be focusing on. It's currently 4:30, and I think I've been in here since about 10:30. I have had my breaks in between as well, which is always very important to take a step back and have a break. I have been keeping myself hydrated. I'm currently out of my water, so I do need to refill that, and I've had about 2 cups of tea as well, so I can crack on doing the pointillism to this one. I just wanted to kind of include this little snippet in just to kind of tell you my error. So we ignore this flower and we work on this flower. Let's go. busy, a long day of continuous drawings. So I think now it's time to say goodbye to the desk until tomorrow. It is now Tuesday the 16th of March, and after a busy day yesterday of continuously drawing, I think today is pretty much going to be the same, but I am going to split it up by kind of making a start on getting the finished ones that I have completed on the iPad. Okay, so I've actually made a start on some of the flowers. These ones I'd started last week because I'd already finished drawing these out, so I took these to the iPad. So that's one of the January flowers completed. I've also started February's, but I've only done the violet so far, so I need to do the second flower for February. And then I've moved on to March, and I've done the 2 versions of the daffodils that I drew out. That's what I finished doing last night. So Monday night, after I had food, I kind of stepped away from the office because I've been in here majority of the day. So I decided to kind of have a bit more of a chill downstairs in my living room. But I thought I still kind of was in the working mind, which when it does happen is brilliant. So that's why I kind of thought, you know, I can bring my iPad downstairs, and I continued working. So I've managed to obviously get this finished on the iPad. Yeah, I think it'll be a case of doing a bit of both today, just so that it doesn't seem like I'm doing the same thing again today for you guys as well. So I think I'll be working a bit on the sketchbook, finalising these illustrations, as well as working on the iPad as well and getting some of them done too. So let's begin Tuesday. Okay, so it's currently Thursday. I think at this point in the video, every day seems to be blending into one, as it seems to be me continuously just drawing either in sketchbook or the iPad. So I think again today is going to be the same day. I'm going to be cracking on with as much as I can on both my sketchbook and the iPad. So let's get into Thursday. So a parcel has just arrived and I haven't mentioned it yet in the vlog, but I know obviously what's in here. I do have plans for making a few other sort of like items as well to go in my shop, so some new things again. I do want to try and keep it sort of consistent in terms of making it very stationery based, and also focusing on the art print side of it, so really taking my illustrations to the next level. So, and as always, such a large box for such small items. So here we go, majority of it is A. And these are the two items that I have. So let's just get rid of the giant box. Okay, so this is basically heat transfer vinyl. I just got it in the colour black because the plan that I do have is that I want to make pencil cases and obviously create my own sort of designs. This was something I bought a while back that I still haven't used. This one is sort of more of a makeup bag, just a plain cotton makeup bag. But I'd prefer to get pencil cases, but because I've got this one here, I thought to get this now and kind of have a mess about with it, just to kind of see what I want to do. I also have a spare cotton tote bag also as well, so I'm thinking maybe I could do tote bags as well with the heat transfer. So yeah, I guess now that those items have arrived, I can have a mess about with them and see what I can kind of come up with, and just see if it kind of works with that sort of heat vinyl, and see if it looks okay. So yeah. Okay, so it's a completely new day. It is now Friday the 19th of March, and from the previous day I had the delivery of the vinyl heat transfer. So today I want to actually experiment a bit with that and just have a few little tests and see how it comes out and what the quality is of it. I'll probably end up using designs that I've already done at the moment, which is not necessarily means that's the final products that I am going to sell. I'm just using these to just kind of test and experiment at the moment. I'll probably be creating and coming up with some new designs for these products when I do eventually go to selling them. So today is just a very experimental day. I want to try, like I just said, with the vinyl heat transfer So I'll be working with the cry cut machine and testing it on a few products. I am just going to be using a basic home iron to do it at the moment, which is probably, I know, not the best, but it's just to kind of practice a bit at the moment and see if it will be, just to see how the outcome looks and whether it'll be worth investing in the proper heat presses. Or Cricut also does their own brand of a heat press too, and a mini version, so I have looked into those as well and the costs, but I just want to see how it looks first before jumping ahead, ordering all sort of machines and then not kind of using them to their full advantage. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the working day of Friday. Okay, so I'm using the design that I've created a while back. This design here, it was originally designed to use for making my own tissue paper. It's not the original colours, there were greens in this as well, but I have turned it all black purely for this purpose because it's going to be a sort of stencil kind of cutout. But today its purpose is to use just to mess about. I thought it looked quite nice on the makeup bag that I have as a sort of pattern. I've uploaded it now, we're in the Cricut design space. I'm going to select complex because there's a lot of fine detail and we do want to make sure that it captures it all. I've already looked through on the iPad version of this in Procreate, and there's no marks, so I can click straight to continue. And we don't need to print this out because we just want the cut out image because it's literally just going to be black vinyl sticker. So we'll select just the cut image, we'll upload that, there we go, so it's there. Just select that one and we'd like to insert it into the design space. Now, looking at the size of the canvas that I do have, I'm thinking about A5 size is what would probably work and fit the whole front of it. And I'll rotate it first, which is what we wanted to do. So if I rotate it, like so, pop it in that corner. Okay, so now it's the right way. 1481, and then 21, like that. Looks really tiny, it's because I have zoomed out, so if I zoom back into 100, it's looking a little better. There we go, so I'll pop that in the corner. So let's just give it a try. Let's go to make. Okay, so before I do click continue and go straight ahead, I do need to prepare the actual vinyl onto the mat. So I need to make sure that it's at least just over these measurements. So I'm going to take it to about 23 and to 17. So let's go and cut that out first. So these are the items that I am going to test on today. So we've got the makeup bag, which is what I'm basically going to test on. I have just a plain white t-shirt that I might see how it comes out on, and then the cotton tote bag as well. Okay, so I've got the Cricut machine on and up and running. On this dial here, I've got it set to vinyl. I want to try it with Crycut's original vinyl settings first, just to see how it does come out. If not, I will change it to custom and put in a specific type of vinyl instead and see if it comes out any better. But for now, I'm just going to leave it on the vinyl setting. Okay, so I've changed the mat. I've changed it to a stronger gripper mat, because when it was on the fine one, this was peeling off, and obviously we need it to be securely in place for the machine to be able to cut it out. So hopefully it should work out better with this mat. And we'll click go and we hope for the best. Okay, so this one, it did not come out well at all. Few reasons. One, I did end up sticking it on the wrong side. It was meant to cut on this side so that you can peel back the other bit. So yeah, I did cut it on the wrong side. And also, I don't know if you can see where it had started cutting out, because they're so small and the lines are so delicate. I'm not sure if it will actually come out that well. It might look bad because I did do it on the wrong side, so maybe if it was done on the right side, it might actually come out a little bit better. I am going to try it with a different design that's not as complicated and is a bit on a larger scale, so it's not as small, just to see how that comes out instead. It means I have another piece cut out ready. So yeah, that was a flop. I thought I'd still show it anyway though, because like I've explained, this is just all experimenting, it's all trial and error. So let's try it with a different design and hopefully it might come out a little bit better. Means that one didn't go so well. I'm gonna try it with a simpler design. So I've got this one in here now, so let's try that instead. Shrink it a little bit, and then if we just rotate it also like so, and then what I can do is I can input the size instead. 21. There we go. Let's just zoom in so we can see it better. Okay, so it's just basic outline and kind of a block text, just to make it a little bit simpler. So if we go to make, see how that does. And if I select mirror, it automatically flips it backwards for me. So we're going to need it this way for when transferring, because otherwise it will be backwards on the actual item. So if we okay, so it has printed out more successfully this time, so it's cut away accurately, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it on here, but it's cut into the mat, so it's gone over. So I cut this a little too short. I had a feeling I had it anyway when I did do it. I should have cut it a little bit bigger, just a little bigger than A5, because the image itself was A5. So it has slightly gone over, so I don't want to actually put it onto the makeup bag. I think this time it should work a lot better because I've made sure that there's plenty of room on the cutting mat. Okay, so this was the size that I edited and it's cut out properly this time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just using the little Crycut tool here, the one that got a little pointed end. This way is easy to pick up the vinyl that we need to get rid of, and we're just left with the part that we do need. Okay guys, so I have the stencil of the design cut out now. This is the proper version, so nothing's been cut off this time. So now it's a case of just placing it where I feel it looks best on this makeup bag, and I'm gonna say about there looks great. Okay, so I'm gonna use baking paper just as another layer of protection, and I can still see through it as well. I've had the iron warming up, so it should be at the right temperature. I do believe it's a case of just applying the heat now and enough. Come out pretty cute, to be fair. Nice, just simple design. Say in January baby, because this is the January birth month flower that I'm working on, that we've been talking about all throughout this vlog. I thought I'd just use that and just use the outline, because that was the simplest sort of design that I had, because all the other ones I had were a bit too complex and they didn't really work. Because I think doing things like that, with this certain type of paper, too much detail, just it doesn't tend to come out the best. And I can understand it'd be very hard to get all the like little dots and stuff. So I think I'm quite happy with it just being the outline. I think it looks nice enough. Simple, just keeping it black as well. Obviously I could probably think about maybe putting the font in a different coloured vinyl, but for now this is obviously just a test. I've only bought the black, but yeah, I think that's come out quite cute on the makeup bag. But yeah, I guess it's good. You can still kind of like scrunch it, move it, and it's still stuck down, so I guess it works in that sense of you will be putting things in it, so it will need to kind of stretch. So that's my first experimenting. It's taken a lot longer than what I expected it to take today. So it's taken up a big chunk of my day trying to perfect it, and like I have hit some errors, a few of them being my own errors. So I think I'm gonna try the t-shirts and the tote bags another day. So that is now the end of the studio vlog. It is Friday and I'm gonna call it a day there. I've done my experimenting and it's been very successful. So again, thank you guys for watching. This is a very long video, but it includes a lot of a working week. Like and subscribe if you do want to see and continue watching the studio vlogs. And have a wonderful weekend. See you again. Bye.